So let's look at our percentage of our man hours charged to work orders. So your technicians are a big investment, right? Often, if you dig into it, they're some of the highest paid folks you probably have in your company, at least for hourly. And we invest in that because we invested a lot in our machines, and we want to make sure that we're getting everything we can out of those. Um, so knowing where their efforts are being applied, it opens the door a little bit to understanding, you know, are you doing the right thing by your fleet? Do you have the right amount of mechanics? I mean, how do you compare with everybody else? Everybody always wants to know, am I overstaffed, understaffed? Am I really hitting these numbers right? This is really going to make sure that your technician dollars are there. You've got them focused in the right area, that you're kind of in track with people doing similar things to you are. Really, quite a simple calculation, just looking at our work order hours versus our total technician hours. That's going to give us excuse me, give us that percentage of man hours that are charged to those work orders. So looking at labor factor. So now we're going to bring together some of our equipment data and a bit of our technician data and kind of crash it together a little bit. And by bringing these together, it's going to give us a good view of our overall health and reliability of our equipment and our maintenance program, and see, are we on the right track? Again, we're doing all these to benchmark against our peers in the industry and others out there to see really kind of where we stack up as we look at all that. One thing I will say on this is it will give you a great view of the larger picture of health, but it doesn't do a great job of giving you that targeted view of where it is. So you very much get, this collage of, is it somewhere out there? But by dialing in this ratio or focus on percentages, it's going to start again as you look at, your peers in the industry. Are we stacking up? Are we on the right track with those? And or are we in good company? If we feel that we're doing poorly, maybe we're not. Maybe we're doing right just like everybody else is. We slide to the next one, Rich. So now we can focus this a little bit. So we're going to look at our down events per 1,000 hours, and we're going to take a look at that old rusty excavator we've been keeping out back for a while there. Hopefully this isn't anybody's machine out there. If it is, I do apologize. But with this one here, this does, like I said, looking at our down events per 1,000 hours, we get to start to focus, because now we start saying, hey, is my ratio off on there? Am I seeing a lot of down events per hour's work? And if you are, it allows you to, it tells you, hey, you know what, maybe you need to take a deeper dive. Let's get in there and let's find where some of these things are, and start to focus that needle. If you've got the tooling kind of built to get this on a larger scale, you can definitely focus it. Just make sure, as we look at the tooling and how this stacks out, that we've got the those hour ratios sorted out right, and that we're doing the math on that. Looking at it overall, all of our items here, got to kind of ask ourselves, right, is this all that we need? And to be honest, I'm a bit biased on this. After a 30+ year career in equipment and equipment maintenance, it'll do that to you, right? So you think this is all you really need to look at is, am I keeping it greased, fueled, and ready to go? And are those guys taking care of it? It's really not. We need to compile this core bit of information with a lot of our financial information to really make a robust layer of reporting as we look at those.